Hey guys, TOTW here, welcome back to another video, and today I'm bringing you guys my first Team of the Week investment guide of FIFA 20, of course for Team of the Week 1, where we always find some of the best investments to make throughout the entire FIFA calendar. The early Team of the Weeks are always an absolute goldmine for profit. They're full of players that often within a month or so have doubled or tripled in price, and it's so easy to make coins. We've got investments varying from 10k up to several 100,000 coins, so no matter what budget you're on, you should be able to get some investments that'll make you loads of profit. So if you guys to enjoy, leave a like, subscribe if you're new around here, and without further ado, let's go on into it. So this is the first Team of the Week of FIFA 20, and we're going to start off by taking a look just at the main starting 11. There are some really nice investments in here at various budgets. One I really like is Gerard Moreno. He's an 84 rated inform, and you can get him for between 10 and 11,000 coins. I picked one up yesterday for about 11k. I'll be talking later on in the video about when I would recommend to buy these players, but Moreno is a really good one. He's got a good league and nation. He's a great SBC investment, and close to discard price, anyone is a good investment at that price, especially from an early Team of the Week. We've seen players like this go from being 10k to like 60 or 70k in previous FIFAs, especially around Christmas time when you've got Footmas and lots of SBCs. Then these cards are worth 7 or 8 times what they're initially worth. So if you guys maybe put like 50k into buying 5 of these, you could then be looking at 300,000 coins later down the line very, very easily. So someone like Moreno is a brilliant investment if you can get them for about 11k or below. Koscielny likewise, really nice, good league, good nation. And just a really good SBC investment. Great links available there, lots of high rated players. If you get it from like 11k or below, you can't go wrong. He's a player that I will guarantee will be 30 or 40k within a matter of maybe like 3 or 4 weeks. So a very, very nice investment there. Nani I think is a good one as well. You can get him literally for like 10k. I got one earlier on bid for 10,000 coins, and I've got him in my club. I've got most of these discard price investments already picked up. Nani's a great one though, because of his position, because of his nationality as well. Good for SBCs. He's also got a decent card, not the best pace, but 5-star skills and 5-star weak foot. And we've got some decent players in the MLS. We've got Player of the Month for the MLS too. So he's a player that could be required maybe in SBCs for that, and could also rise because of the links he's going to get. He's one of your better options in that league. So for example, when we have Player of the Month Martinez, he could rise because he links into him, or maybe could be required. You might need discard price informs, and given he plays in the MLS, he could be a good option. So again, close to discard price, you can't go wrong. You literally just can't. It's guaranteed profit. We've got Tagliafico, a little bit above discard price. This card's about 27,000 coins. If you get him a little bit lower, maybe like 25k or so, you are good to go, and you can make a lot of profit with a card like this. He's got really nice stats, and he gets a strong link into 2 very meta players, Neres and Promes. So I would definitely recommend getting him if you can get him low enough, especially if like Promes or Neres gets an inform. This card is going to skyrocket. Regardless of whether they do or not, I could see him rising to maybe like 40 to 50k, because he's going to be one of the better left backs on the game. And for Argentina, he's going to be the best for a very long time until he gets another special card. But if someone like Promes or Neres get special cards, and they've started the season well and they were good last year, or Neres was, Promes wasn't, he wasn't really playing that much, but he started well at Ajax. If they get special cards, this guy is going to be linked into them, and they're both really good players, and I could see him going to like 60 or 70k. We've then got De Jong, who is fairly expensive. He's actually extinct at 120k. Very rarely comes up on the market, and he goes pretty much instantaneously, but it's a good investment. He was only like 40 or 50k on the web app, so I'm annoyed I didn't pick one up. But this card here has got a lot of good links, a lot of nice stats, and I think has the potential to rise up a lot more in the future. He is going to have a ones to watch card fairly soon as well, so remember that. He's a decent investment, not one of the best ones I'd say, but still a decent one. A card I really like is Delaney, who's got great stats and is about 35k I believe, which is so cheap. You've got lots of good links, someone like Sancho, Schultz, Akanji, Royce. There's so many good players this year who play for Dortmund and play in the Bundesliga too. And for this price, he's got such a nice, well-rounded card, great physical, great defensive attributes as well. I think this is a really, really good investment. One of the better ones, I think, in this Team of the Week. A player you could pick up, use in your team, and then maybe sell for like 70 or 80k, maybe even more in a month's time or so. Then we have got Aurier, a little bit of a cheaper card here. He's around about 18k or so. If you can get him for maybe 16k, bid and snipe, try and get him as cheaply as possible. I think it's a really nice investment. decent card. You could use him in game, but mainly as an SBC investment for Player of the Month. As a fullback, fullbacks always rise up a lot because there aren't many informs in those positions, especially in the Premier League. There aren't going to be too many, especially of the type that you'd use in SBCs. I mean, no one's going to use like an inform Alexander-Arnold or Walker in an SBC, or he is a little bit on the lower end, so is a perfect SBC investment for the Premier League. But if you can get him cheap enough, I would definitely recommend it. We've then got the front three. These cards are a little bit riskier because they're very, very expensive, but I think you can make a lot of coins, and you always see these elite cards rise up a lot. I'd recommend trying to get these ones on bid because a lot of people can't afford them, so you're not going to have too much competition. Mertens is a really nice one, and I've seen him go for as little as 200k on bid. And he's got a lot of good links available this year. You've got a lot of good players playing for Napoli. You've got Lozano, a new signing. You've got Alan, who's had a nice upgrade. You've got Lukaku, who's joined the league, getting a strong link in there. So he's one of the best options in the league. And if you can get him for a good price, I think it's definitely a nice investment. We've got Benzema, who, although he doesn't have an amazing card, is very cheap for a card of that rating, playing for Real Madrid. If you can get him for like 60k or so, which I've seen him go for, I could easily see him rising to maybe like 90 to 100k in the near future. And then you've got Manet. This card is unbelievably expensive, so I wouldn't go near him just because it's risky with a card like Manet, a player in such good form in real life. If he scores 2 or 3 goals, which he easily could because he's been on great form recently, this card would plummet by like 1 or 200k. Because he's on such good form, I could see that happening in the next month or so easily, and I could see him dropping because of that. And also, for this price, like you can get Aubameyang, you can get a lot of players that are much, much cheaper. So I don't think he's going to rise up as much as some other cards would for the amount of coins you can get him for. Yes, I think he'll rise, but I think there's less risk and potentially more rewards with going for, instead of like 500k on him, maybe getting 5 Delaney's, a load of discard price cards, and a Mertens, for example. I think that would be a better and more viable way of spending your coins. Now I think my EA access has run out, so bear with. Okay, so I'm back for you guys pretty much instantly, but in reality this is like 3 hours after I just recorded the first bit of the video. Had to do the EA access glitch and do some other stuff, but now I'm on, and I think I covered the main starting 11 apart from possibly Neuer, so we can quickly take a look at him. He's currently going for just over 100,000 coins. Yes, I think he will possibly rise up a little bit. I don't think he's going to go up a huge amount. He is the best keeper in the Bundesliga, and goalkeepers don't get many informs, so this will probably be the only one he gets this year, and that is actually a very nice priced one there. So that will probably end up going for a little bit more, but someone could make a lot of coins on that card, given that one just sold for 125. And it is really effective actually trading with those higher end informs right now. But I don't think it's a great investment just because goalkeepers don't tend to go up that much because there's only one goalkeeper in a team. People tend to not spend over the odds on keepers, so don't think he's the best of investments. Moving down here, we've got a load of great discard price informs. Mignolet, get him for 10.5k, put him in your club, forget about him. Belgian, you've got lots of Player of the Month hype potential with De Bruyne if that happens. He's had a great start to the season, so I expect it will. The card will rise. Pretty simple, 82 rated, not too bad, decent investment there. Nacho Monreal is one of my favourite in this whole team of the week. You can get him for 10,250 coins. He's one that I would actually pick up a couple of, and I have actually done that myself, because he is a left back. You don't get many special card left backs who get good links like him, Spanish and La Liga. And I remember we had a German left back called Hector last year in the Bundesliga, went from being discard price to 80k after like a month or two because of an SBC, and then he was practically extinct to that price, and he very rarely appeared on the market, and when he did, he sold pretty fast. So there are a few cards I can think of in the past that have just shot up. I'm not saying he's going to go to 80k, but I think this card will easily go to between 30 and 50,000 coins with ease. I guarantee it. Within a month or two, give it a little bit longer and he's going to be insanely expensive, like 60, 70k. So this is a card that you can just pick up, forget about, and make a ton of coins on. So I've got one in my club and maybe about 5 on my transfer list. He's a card that I guarantee will rise in price. All these players will, but he's one that is just a great investment. No risk and guaranteed profit. Pellegrini is another card I've picked up one of. You can get him for 10,250 coins. He plays in the Serie A. He's Italian. I mean, just a decent all-round investment there. Discard price, you can't go wrong, especially when he has decent stats too, so definitely one to pick up. Ibra, I have actually picked one up. I got him on bid earlier for 23k. And he's now going for 28. If you are going to pick up any of these cards now, I would recommend bidding or sniping. Like right now, he's already up to nearly 30k, and I got him for 23, so I'm pretty happy with that. I think he's a nice investment for a few reasons. Firstly, you've got potential for lots of player of the months over the next couple of months, obviously, from the MLS. Martinez is the first one. If you get Martinez, if you do that SBC, you're going to struggle to fit him into a team. You want good players, and Ibra is one. Yes, he's not the quickest, but pace isn't the be-all and end-all this year, and he's a very strong physical player, and physicality and strength is very important this year. So I think could be a decent player. And even if he isn't, people don't necessarily know that. They'll buy him to try out to link into Martinez. So I think because of that, he'll rise. He's also an 86 rated inform, so being that cheap is very, very good. And it's Ibrahimovic. He's got, I believe, 5-star skills. Yes, he does. 6'5". He's pretty much an icon. He's a player that people want to try out, maybe just for fun, even if he's not particularly good. So for 23k, I couldn't really say no. I think that is a good price for the card you're getting, and with lots of SBCs in the future, I think he could definitely rise up. Depending on how well he plays this season, he will probably score lots of hat-tricks and get other informs, but I still think just because of an 86 rated inform being that cheap, it's a good investment. Benedetto's a nice one too. You can pick him up for about 11k. He's got nice stats. He's got 5-star weak foot as well, so actually a really good card. But an Argentinian in Ligue 1. Good links there for SBCs. Type of player I easily see going to like 30 or 40k in a month or two. So a very easy investment, no risk, and very, very high potential reward. Manet is a little bit above discard price. I believe he's around 15k. But he's got a really nice card. Lots of good links, obviously like Promes, Neres, Bergevin. Loads of good players there that link into him. So yeah, nice card. If you can get him for maybe like 13 to 15k, get him the cheaper the better on bid or buy now by sniping. Decent one. I mean, you can't really go wrong. He's only really going to rise, so a nice investment there. Tammy Abraham, I really like the look of. If you can get him for like maybe 16k or something like that, he's going for 18 here. You can definitely get them on bid or by sniping for like 15, 16k. The cheaper the better, obviously. An amazing investment because he's an English Premier League inform. Great for Player of the Month. He is the favourite for the next Player of the Month as well because he's had an amazing month. He scored a hat-trick. He scored a brace before that as well, and a brace in the game before. He's been bagging so many goals, so he is pretty much guaranteed to win it unless I don't know, someone scores like 5 goals in their next game. But I think it's going to be a really good investment, not just for that SBC, but in future because he's English, because he plays for Chelsea, he's got decent stats, plays in the Premier League, striker. It's a card I could easily see going to like 40k or so, just because of SBCs, and he's got decent stats too, so people may want to use him as well. So very, very safe investment, very good one there. And then these guys, I wouldn't really care much for. Watson, I mean, there's no need. Yes, he'll be rare, but he's not really going to rise much. This guy here, Pointless League. I mean, you can get all these cards here for 9.2k. You cannot go wrong by buying him for 9.2k. He's not going to drop anymore. He will only rise. He will end up being very rare in a month, maybe 2-3 months. There will be like 5 of him on the market for 20 or 30k. I can guarantee that. The thing is, though, I think you can just make more coins with these guys. They're much higher rated, have more potential to rise in price, and they're literally like 1,000 coins more expensive. So you can make a lot more profit on them as opposed to these. But you really can't go wrong by just picking up one of this guy, one of this guy, one of this guy, and one of this guy, storing them in your club. It's just more coins you can make. But if you're on a lower budget and you can't afford to get loads and loads of informs, I would personally go with people like Monreal instead. Haaland's an interesting one too because he is insane. He has scored 15 goals in 7 games, I think, this season. So he's going to get a lot of other special cards. He's actually got really nice stats too. I don't really think many people will use him, but a 6'4" player with good pace and physical and just nice all-round stats. I think this could be a nice one if you just get him super cheap. He's going to get, I mean, if he carries on his form, he's going to get about 50 informs this year. So it's going to be the first of many. But if you can get him for like 9.7k, you can't really go wrong. He's quite a hyped player in real life, so he's a card I could easily see rising, and he's not really going to drop at all. Tony's a good one because he's an English inform. I mean, you can't go wrong. Get him for 9.3k. I'm not going to now because there's so many for 9.3. I can easily get at one in like a couple of days' time, and right now I want to save my coins to trade and make more coins. But he's just a safe one. English inform, 9.3k. You cannot go wrong. He's a card that will go to like 20 or 30k over the next couple of months. So very easy. And then you've got Bundu, 9.2k, Danish League. I mean, He's got okay stats, but bad league, bad nation, obviously. Get him for 9.2, you can't go wrong. Obviously, he can't drop, but not one of the best investments, let's say. So, what are the best investments? I hear all of you asking. Okay, I would say that the best ones, I think discount price informs are always just the best investments. I think they're the best investments you can make on Ultimate Team, and they're a very underrated way of making coins. Koscielny, Gerard Moreno, I think they're two of the best ones by far. 84 rated, very, very cheap. I think Nacho Monreal, amazing. I'd say they're my top three. I think Pellegrini is a very good one you can't go wrong with. Same for Benedetto. Mignolet, decent one as well. You just can't go wrong. Discard price. Nani as well, really nice one. Would definitely recommend picking one of him up. Ibra, I think, is a nice investment. Abraham and Malen as well, slightly higher budget, like 15k as opposed to the discard price ones, but still cards that will rise a lot. Definitely ones I would be picking up. Aurier likewise. I think Delaney's a really nice investment on a slightly higher budget. A really good card, quite cheap as well for what you're getting, and you can use him for a long time. Same for Tagliafico. Aurier I think is an okay investment, but I do prefer Abraham just because he's got a better nation, and he is favourite for Player of the Month, so I think that will affect his price. And I think Tony's a good one as well. I mean, 9.3k for an English inform is not bad, and I guarantee he will rise up. So they're kind of the main ones I'd be looking out for. I do prefer discard price informs to trading with the higher end cards. It's just easier. You don't need to be panicking, looking at the market all the time. You don't need to worry about if your player scores a hat-trick and gets another inform and the card drops. It's so easy. You don't need to worry. You just need to buy the card, store them in your club, on your trade pile, on your transfer list, forget about them. Come back in a month, 2 months, check, and you're going to be balling. You're going to see that your card has gone up loads in price. It's such a fun and easy way of making coins with no risk whatsoever, because you're getting cards for complete discard price. They cannot go any lower. They can only rise, and they will rise because this is Team of the Week 1, and these cards are very, very rare compared to a lot of the other special cards we will have in future on the game. Look at the graphs. Go and look on Footbin. Look at what happened to players last year. They skyrocketed, and I really mean it. You had players going up 3 or 4 times what they were selling for. You had centre-backs like Sydney, who was 10k, who was 70k a couple of months later. It is insane. You guys don't even know how many coins you can make. Buy some of the players I've talked about in this video. You really can't go wrong. I'm going to be investing a lot into these cards. They are slightly longer term investments. Bear that in mind. You will be waiting around a month to 2 months before you really start reaping the rewards. The longer you keep the cards, the more expensive they will probably get. But I would probably sell them maybe like a month or so after I've bought them, and that will free up lots of coins to then reinvest into more Team of the Week players. And I do this every single week. I pick kind of like 5 discard price informs that I like the look of. I buy a good amount of them, maybe like 5 or 6 of each. Keep them, sell them a month later. I return about 500k profit each time, and I just cycle that. It's such an easy way of making coins. Honestly, you can make like 20 million coins a year by doing this, and have a sick team just from discard price inform trading. Simple as that. Hopefully you guys enjoy this video. I'm not sure when it's going out. I might be at uni when this video's out. I'm recording loads of videos ahead of time now. I know that I did an EA Access glitch video. I've got a when to buy and sell players video as well that should be out today or tomorrow when I'm recording this, which is probably like 3 days ago for you. I've also got this video which should be out Saturday or Sunday. Sunday I will be moving into my halls at uni, and then I've also got a really good video coming out on maybe Monday. It will be the one after this, but I've got a good investment video there as well. So lots of content coming for you guys. But yeah, bear with it. It's going to be a bit all over the place because I'm moving into uni, so I need to get settled and get my setup sorted. Make sure my flatmates don't abuse me for making videos. They probably will. But anyway, it's now 8 o'clock. I honestly haven't packed a single thing for university. I have to go tomorrow at 9 in the morning. I need to pack all my setup, I need to pack my clothes, I need to pack my cooking equipment. I literally need to pack my life up and go, and it's currently 8:15 and I'm recording one of many videos. There's another 3 I need to make, and I still need to cook as well, so good planning from me. I will see you guys later. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Take care.